Welcome, everyone. This is an amazing day. We dedicate this day, we call this Bhandara, to his memory, to memory of Mr. Puri. It's been 2 years. He was a friend to many of us. He was a father, grandfather. To many of us, he was a best friend. He was he is a master. Excuse me. So this is a day of the blessings. These blessings have they flow on each of us, on everyone who is in this satsang. I don't know what to say, except love is all there is. And this love is infinite. It will tear you apart. Men that say, I want to stand in front of a God, not realizing that this will tear you apart into little pieces. Human form can handle only so much. This love will dissolve all of this. And sometimes we experience just a sparkle of it. This is the sparkle of your master. And this sparkle is just a sparkle of that love from the self. You know, one of the masters said, he passed away, that master. If I can find one true disciple, one true seeker, my mission is complete. And here we have so many gurumukhs. So many gurumukhs joining the satsang. All initiated by Mr. Puri. All enjoying such contests as we speak. Just tune into that will tear you apart. Now the true love flows from the soul. This cannot be replicated by the mind. It's not possible. Never was and never will be. Many of you met Mr. Puri when you had an interview. Those who were lucky to have an interview with Mr. Puri, you experience this sparkle of that love. You probably were crying too. One time or another, we all find out we're crybabies. Usually we try to hide that. But I've seen it in many of you. Generally, when we all were going for those interviews, Master would sit there just looking at you, his eyes shining. The only message it is that love is all there is. If you have love, you have everything. If you do not have love, you have nothing. Even you may have all the riches of the world. When you leave this world, you will be like Alexander the Great. Nothing you will be able to take with you. Nothing. But it's love, Master's love. Love from the self. Will always stay with you. Okay? Will always be with you. Even when Master passed away, this experience is eternal. You can have this experience every day. We can have this experience every day. It flows from the source, from the soul. At that source, there's no difference between you and I, and the master. That is the true initiation. Nothing but love. This love is unconditional. It's eternal. It will never end. Everything here will cease to exist in presence of that love, including the mind. Mind will not accompany you there. That is not possible. No experience here. All the happiness and all the troubles, everything we deal in here cannot accompany you there. This is the state of consciousness of pure love. And it is a million times it's a million times that of what you have experienced. These masters, they say, if you stand in front of the Satpurush, in front of radiant form of Satpurush, the true being, the true first manifestation of Supreme, one of his heroes, tens, hundreds of millions. I can describe, how many times the light. So the mind cannot stand in front of Satpurush. Powiedz mu, że jestem okay. You okay, Andrew? Hi. Love is all there is. If you have love, you have everything. There's something else also. No one ever speak about that, and no one ever will tell you. This has to be experienced. This has to be experienced. This cannot be vocalized. We are very fortunate. I am very fortunate that you are here with me in this group. I want to thank you for that. But please understand that the true manifestation of Sat Guru or Sant Satguru, if you initiate it, it's always with you. But today it's with everyone here in this group. These blessings of the Great Master, They shower on everyone here in this group. This is the time to to wish, to make a wish. Please understand. Make sure what you're wishing for. To ask the Great Master for this wish. You better know what you're asking for. That can include all of us. I want to send you these blessings from my master. There's no limitations to this. It's always two of them. It's the Great Master and Mr. Puri as a Great Master. And the Great Master Cezary Markuszewski. I had the privilege of Master Master explained that to me, and he made sure that included me and everyone here in this case. Today is a great day, but yesterday was amazing. The great day too. Excuse me. So it's been like a whole day. I was able to talk to so many beautiful souls, even through the mind. I've seen so many beautiful souls. So many truth seekers. This is the incredible blessings to be in a company of truth seekers. I was with the master. Grace was there too. And one time I spoke about this, the master asked me, what is more important? He said to me, we sitting like across the table. I think that was in Venetian. We had the suite, the master was staying. We had a separate suite, and he came over to see how is our suite. Sitting with us, looking through the window, what kind of views we have, and we're sitting, and so there was like a round table by the window, like a big window outside, and my master is sitting there, and I'm sitting. Master is like checking out, making sure that suite is okay. This is like a suite in Venetian, big suite, I mean, it doesn't get better, basically. It's like Venetian Palazzo is number one resort in whole Las Vegas, rated, actually. So, but he's looking at me and he asked me, what is more important? Love or truth? And I'm like, I don't want to mess up this one. I don't want to mess up this one. And I'm thinking like true, because everybody say, I want the truth, I want the truth, I want the truth. I'm the seeker of the truth. Mostly, we don't know what we even seeking, what we're talking about, what the real truth is. I said, love. And he was smiling. He said, yes. Guys, you were there. He said, yes. And I said to Master, love is all there is. If you have love, you have everything. If you do not have love, you have nothing. And he said, yeah, yes. So is the aspect of true not important? When I reflect on that, it is important. Maybe I should say what is most important is the true love. Can you separate these two aspects? Now, when I'm thinking back, these are one part of it, they are part of each other. Maybe that's how some of us say, I'm the seeker of true love, this unconditional love. Which flows from the self. I want you to know this is the permanent state within your consciousness. And you're in that state right now. This is outside of time and space, outside of the mind. Mind will never be able to comprehend that, never. And it will never be able to replicate this love from the soul. Excuse me. I guess we're not going to be posting it on this on the YouTube. It's going to be like big cut the whole first hour or something. Love is all there is, my friends. And all of you are in the center of that love. As a true being, as you are, not as a mind. Mind will be burned to crisp within 1 million of the second. Your physical form will be burned to crisp within 1 million of the second. It's like stepping in to the origination of the universe, supernova. I'm trying to use some metaphor and hoping to survive. But your true self, the real you, from the point of mind, it will stand in front of that love one day. And for those who accepted Mr. Puri as the master, you already standing in front of that love. As we speak right now, all of you, including Grace and I, at that state of consciousness, there's no difference between us. And then we are looking at each other, not with the physical eyes. We have no eyes, no ears, no senses, no mind. Is this the best bunch I could wind up with? Yes, this is the best bunch. These are the real seekers. But there's a realization also that as an individual soul, this is not the final stage. when we remove the garments of the soul, the sarup, when your consciousness is within Atma Sarup, Sarup means body. This is not a physical body. This is not the mind. When you remove those garments, you merge in totality in Satpurush. As the mind can understand this, from that point, you continue. So that merging into Satpurush, at what we call the Sachkhand or Chuham or Satalok or Sataloka or Satlok, the continuation of the journey, as you would like to speak, to God realization. And that stage of God realization is described as Anami. And this is the third subdivision of Sachkhand. But that journey, if you like to call a journey, it's reserved for Sat Purush. So this is the explanation from the mind, okay? This is something outside of the time and space, outside of the mind. It continues into what we like to call Anami Purush. So in reference into Socha Yoga, this is what we call God realization. Sachkhand, that will be the reference, self-realization before, a little step before Sachkhand, and from Sachkhand, this is the transfers. But this transfer if you like to say, take place Master says about that. I mean, Mr. Puri speak about that. I call that true initiation. I describe this as a true initiation. But that has to be from someone who is operating from the consciousness. And those Sadgurus, or we call them Sant Guru. They are the ones who can take you there, so to speak. So from that point of view, the main concern is to pull you outside of the mind. Most of our concerns here, it's how do I raise family, how do I do this, how do I do that, job, how do I pay the bills. Some of us right now have a bills to pay and we're like scratching our heads, what am I gonna do, and become sad. You know, how do I pay the mortgage? How do I pay for this, for that? You know, we just wait to the celebration and then get rid of all the money we had. We just got married and all the rest. We all go through that. But the perfect living masters, their concern is not to expand the mind. They have a concern to take you beyond the mind. So you may say, or you may look at that as they only come for those who are ready, okay, to make that step. When the mind is at the stage, at that singular point, you know, this is a whole aspect, singularity in duality, singularity in the Trinity. the aspect of the mind. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. So we're speaking about causal mind. Creator, sustainer, and destroyer. The Trinity. So masters are not concerned with that. They concern if they take you beyond of that, and they operate from that region beyond of that. You may say, okay, if these are the masters who are established in such kind, well, what about can they go beyond the such kind? This perfect living master? Yes, they can. So they can hang around Agam, as an example. I'm trying to give you some metaphors. Most people think about this as places. These are not places. These are states of consciousness. These are states beyond name and form, and beyond the color, as Kirpal Singh explains. Some of these masters do, but Kirpal Singh explains a lot about the colors, different colors. When you go through within, what do they mean and how they represent, and about sound. All these masters are speaking about the Shabbat, sound, current, sound and light. This is the one and the same. It's just the two aspects as the light and sound. Please understand that the true sound, it is soundless. And the true being, it is beyond the name and form. And then it's beyond the light. And then it is beyond the sun. So generally, these masters will describe these different stages within the consciousness. And there's different centers or chakras or wheels, vortexes, and how they work and how they represent it in the physical form of man. And I had the privilege to talk to the master about many of these things. And I had the privilege of him explaining to me this. All I can tell you, all I can share in this satsang and this Bhandara is that that is not the end. But that is reserved for the self, for Satpurush. That radiant form, okay. So, what is the most important part on this path? I have here a book. I haven't looked into it yet, so I'm gonna find this part, but there's this book of Anatomy of Consciousness. There's a chapter about initiation. And it speaks, Mr. Puri explained about karma, about initiation, and what is really happening when you deal with the perfect living master. Okay, so who is the perfect living master? This is someone in human form, which has the power of Nam Dan. You can be initiated by the many masters, and you can be given 5-word mantra. But if you do not receive Nam Dan, make no difference. So what is most important part? The most important part is to be in a company of true saint. And by saint, I mean someone whose consciousness is established at such count. And hopefully beyond that. But the such count will be the lowest stage. Swamiji of Agra says that my path starts from Sat Nam and ends in Anami. Why does it end in Anami? Because this is the highest center as represented. We speak about pinned body or physical body of human being, of the man or woman. So that's what these masters are referring to. So the importance is, this is more important than anything else. Anything else you can do. So what happens when you're initiated by master, like Mr. Puri, or you're able to participate in that type of Nam Dan, this will change your whole life. This will change your whole life within the mind in that sense. But actually the real show is way, way, way within. The real show is in Sanskrit. Many of you, many of us thinks that this show originates from the mind. This show really originates from the soul. Even if you look at the individual soul, it originates from that. So what do we have after Mr. Puri passed? We have a confusion. Unfortunately, there's a lot of confusion going on. And Grace and I, we were witnessing that for the last 2 years. And since I had some interviews, more than I ever expected. There's a lot of questions from yesterday and from past 2 years. Many people have about this Namdan. And it is very easy to get distracted. And most of us, we do not know. And we act like we know, but we many times we are confused. So I'm trying, I promised that I will find something to back this up. So I have, I took some, put on my phone, and I also would like to use maybe anatomy of consciousness. How Mr. Puri explained that, and which is the same. So I'm referring to Swamiji of Agra, Shivdas, and he was, many consider him the originator of this, and his disciple and contemporary, Raleigh Saligram. Swamiji says, I don't know if I am Rally Saligram master or Rally Saligram is my master. But please understand, Rally Saligram is the one who put all this Radha Swami mat together, okay? Swamiji was presenting this to his group, talking about Agra. But Rally Saligram, when you read the prose and poetry of Sarbachan, it's Rally Saligram which kind of put this, together, this path. As we call Radha Swami Mat or Sant Mat. And Sutra Yoga is part of this path. The way we meditate and what we learn on this path. So let me read this for you, because this may help some of you make within the mind, make a right decision. So instead of me telling you do this or do that or don't do this or advise anything like that, each of us make these choices during our life. So master, like Mr. Puri, he never spoke about other masters or who is who and who is not and all this. He was never criticizing anyone and never analyzing. Even some people ask him the question, "Oh, is this person a real master? Can you tell me?" To Mr. Puri, or is that a real master? He avoided this type of questions. He will not give you, okay, follow this and follow that. He just give the story about someone writing to him, "Oh, I have two gurus. I feel love, I feel pulled." And so he will say, "Oh, you're lucky. I mean, most people can find one, and if you found two, just follow any of these." So that is as far as I heard that he will go, with exception of between him and me. I never heard him state any opinion. So correct. Okay. And Grace will be the only. It will be the master, Grace, and I. I don't know anyone living who will know this. Literally. And it's not like make us special in the sense. It's just we had the opportunity, and I had the guts to. So let me read this. So bear with me, please. This is from on my phone, so it's like, where's my other glasses? Can I have those? So this is the letter by Rai Saligram on behalf of his guru, Swami Jyovagra, to the nephew, Shiv Dayal Sen, Sudarshan Sen. This is the letter to Sudarshan Sen, who was the nephew of Shiv Dayal Sen. So I will just skip some and just read the quote. This is 250. If a person has met with the perfect Sat Guru, performs his service, attends his satsang, and has love and faith in him, but before he fully achieves his object. We're speaking about spiritual object. I.E., comma, a reference, gets in a realization. The Sat Guru departs. So in the case, Sadguru departs before disciple receive that. Then he should, if he is keen to attain the goal, cultivate the same love and faith in the succeeding Sat Guru. That is, the one appointed by the departed Sat Guru. And he should perform his service, attend his satsang, and consider the departed Guru to be present in him. He should know that the Shabad forms of the Sant Sadguru and the Sant successor are one. To outwardly, outside, in bodily forms, they appear to be two. When the Sadguru of the time departs, he appoints someone as his successor, in whom he reincarnates, and thus continue the work of regeneration of jivas as before. When, however, such is not the mode, he returns to his original abode. Therefore, an earnest devotee should make no distinction between the previous Sadguru and his successor. But those who are bigoted devotees will not come under the allegiance of the succeeding Sadguru. For this reason, their progress will also stop. At this stage, they had reached during the time of the former Sadguru, and there will be no further progress and improvement. End of the quote. So as the reference, this is from Sarbachan prose. Swami Bag, page 215 to 217. This is really Saligram. We follow whatever we do in 100 years later, that this is what he speaks. But there are some people in the Sanghat, after Mr. Puri passed away from his Sanghat, who will say Mr. Puri did not leave successor. That is not possible. What they say Mr. Puri was not the perfect living master. And if you're disciple and you say that, you're speaking against the master. Even if it is for the reason of ignorance. So let me give you another, I'm quoting, and this is This is in respect to serve a false master or the wrong successor is equivalent to falling off the path. So this is the quote from S.D. Maheshwari. That's about 100 years from now back, so to speak. So let me quote this, read this as it is. The true test of the identity of the Radhaswami religion is and must be whether or not the followers follow and worship the true Sat Guru and not pseudo Guru. The pseudo Gurus are pretenders and fallen satsangis, and as such, they and their followers are treated as heretics and outcasts. I'm just reading this. As there can be one and only one Sadguru at the time, in a lineage, so to speak. The recognition of someone else as the Sadguru implies adoption of pseudo-guru. The service and devotion to such a person are not only not conducive to spiritual advancement, but are calculated to retard the attainment of salvation, because during that period, a person worships a pseudo-guru, he worships Kal, who is always on the lookout for such persons, and due to whose influence and under whose impulse the pseudo-gurus act as such, or pseudo-guru acts like such. So this is down to the point. I mean, I don't know what else to tell anyone, but and this is, by the way, let me see from where is this quote from? So this is the Radhaswami Faith, History and Tenets, CIT pages 371 to 372. Anyone can find out how, I mean, whoever hears that, I mean, these are original quotes. Please understand this path, as we understand, and this satsang, we're looking at this Swamiji of Agra, Shivdal Sen, to his disciple, Jarma Sen, and to the great master, and to Mr. Puri, my master, and whoever is carrying that Namdan now, and probably that will be the end. These masters are saying this usually takes no more than 5 generations. I believe when the great master was, he spoke about the subjects too, usually. So why do I read this for you? I read this for you because these questions are coming up again and again and again during the last 2 years. And someone will ask me, oh, okay, I was initiated by this master. I was not initiated by Mr. Puri, but now I'm initiated by this master who says this and that. And so these are questions specifically given to me. And please understand, I am not here to tell you who is who. Mr. Puri never did that. And I am not about to tell you either, follow this person or follow that person, or this guru or that guru. So I spoke about this in the past satsangs. And I just want to make this clear because these questions are, popping up again, and that's okay. I mean, I spoke, I think, last lesson that to know who is the real master, you have to be a master yourself. I mean, like for real, to know who is the master. But this is the confusion which I notice is still continuing. It's nothing new because Master told us, Grace, he told us, he said to Grace and to me, he explained that it was a year before he passed away because he already made preparations, and he said, you know, Cezary, that there will be three people, two or three people claiming this, they are my successors. Master is telling us that without us asking him, for whatever reason he did, and he said that, and I'm like, wow, you mean from you mean, he said like from the sun god in that reference, and I said, you mean from the sun god, from, are you talking about the people who are like going to Halper College and 200 of them attending the satsang? You mean, you know, this satsang is like example? You know, he said yes, and I said, whoa. So this was when was that? Probably the year before Master passed away. We were sitting actually by this table, and it was in Las Vegas. Just the Master, Grace, and I at that time. This famous pizza place there. Master did like to go there. So this was very kind of revealing to me. And then 2 months later, also, I mean, in February, he asked us some very important questions too, in regard to what is going to happen with the Sun God, with organization and this whole project and Bruce and so on. And he asked me, he did not spare me that. He asked me, what do I think about that? His plans. He revealed his plans. What do I think about that? I was like, kind of, what do you say? I mean, and I gave him my answer, and he also asked Grace, yeah, and we like sitting. He's telling us what's gonna happen, what is gonna happen. Yeah, you know, after December. He's telling us 10 months before. Makes you wonder. I mean, there's no accidents. I mean, this master is really seeing things forward. So we knew then that he's making those plans. He already spoke to us. And also, when it happened, you know, like the day before December 23rd, I said to Grace, Master is going to leave tomorrow. I told Grace, and this is not something you want to say because he was in a hospital, and actually a week before he was getting better. So that's what information I got about that, and when I asked that he's getting better, and so, and then all of a sudden I know that his master is passing tomorrow, and I'm telling that Grace, and how do you say that? And he did pass next day. So these things are really preordained in that sense. And if you tune in as a disciple of the master, if anyone who develops that connection, they can have these things, become aware of many things which normally, even if we initiated or even if we are a disciple, and we can meditate for 10 hours a day for 50 years, so we will not be able to. It all has to do with the love and devotion to the master, and how the master arranged things. So I think we should take a break a little bit. If you're okay, those who wants to stay. Let me see, maybe we have exercise. You want to have some kind of exercise? I'll have to come up with something. If you do. But this is the great day, and we witnessed Mr. Puri. We met many people close to Mr. Puri. No, not necessarily as the master, but as the different way, family and so forth. So you may say Grace and I, we are living in a bubble, kind of from that point of view. And it just happened that way. That was his moj, definitely. And his moj is still moving a bubble as we speak. Literally, to us, master is like never left. And this is the living true love. So do not despair when your master passes away. This whole experience will continue, and when initiated by someone like Mr. Puri, this is eternal. So maybe I should explain a little bit about that when we come back. Thank you. Let's take a 10-minute break or so. Radha Swami.
This one.